Good morning, our headlines at 6 o'clock. Nurses across the UK are set to strike for the first time. Non-urgent appointments will be cancelled, but emergency care won't be affected.
Sky News figures show that almost 400,000 people have stopped looking for work since the pandemic, with poor mental health being the driving factor. And a leading food bank charity has warned that 1 in 5 people referred to their network now come from a household where someone has a job. The stories that are making news on the front pages of the morning's newspapers. And the Eye leads with an announcement by the Royal College of Nursing that nurses will walk out on strike, the first time the RCN's done that in its 106-year history. It's also the lead for the Daily Telegraph, which says that half of the country's hospitals will be affected. The Daily Star is supportive of the action, suggesting that merely clapping for NHS workers during COVID wasn't enough. The Mirror says that on their current pay, some nurses are forced to survive on the leftovers of patients. The Times says the strikes could put cancer treatment and children's care at risk. And the Metro cites a report which found that 320,000 people used a food bank for the first time in the 6 months to September. The Financial Times reports on the better-than-expected night for the Democrats in the midterms. And The Guardian points out that control of both houses of Congress is still in the balance. The Daily Express leads with criticism of police for not stopping protesters who've been calling for an end to new fossil fuel extraction. Similar story on the front page of the Daily Mail. And The Sun has a story about the actor Jennifer Aniston and her attempts to have a baby using IVF.
Lots of the papers, actually, are leading with this story here. As are we, news that nurses across the UK have voted to strike over paying conditions. The Times says the action is expected to begin within weeks and that the NHS faces disruption on a historic scale.
Well, the Mirror has spoken to a nurse who says that she has to eat patients' leftovers because she can't afford food in hospital.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a couple of different interviews over the programme on that. Now, The Guardian is leading with results of the US midterm elections, which are still coming in. The paper says President Biden defied expectations and looks poised to secure the best midterm performance by an incumbent president for 20 years.
Away from those big headlines, most of the papers, including The Express, feature pictures of the former Health Secretary, the MP Matt Hancock, who was challenged yesterday by his fellow campmates during his first appearance on the reality series I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here.
And this here is one of the most read articles on the BBC News website. Of course, it's Friends actor Jennifer Aniston, and she's been opening up about her fertility, her trials to try and get pregnant through IVF. She said she privately went through a difficult time all the way through her 30s and her 40s, but she says she has no regrets about at least trying fertility treatment.